Right. Hi, it's been a while.
Bruh.
Kalian ngerasain gak sih kalau belakangan ini tuh cuacanya sering berubah, tapi ekstrim ya. Like bro, at one point it rain when it's not supposed to rain. Karena think about it. Alright, hear me out. Let me curhat dikit lah. Aku mau curhat dikit dengan kalian. Think about it though. Kalian pernah ngerasain gak sih kalau misalnya kalian harus ngelakuin sesuatu, harus bikin sesuatu, be productive for the whole day, tapi tiba-tiba hujan. Okay, I'm currently editing this video. And guess what? It's raining. Alright, I guess I'm just sleeping. Pengennya tuh. Jadi pengen. Wow, pasti namanya hujan, udah enak, dingin. Pasti kan pengennya gini doang kan, turun. Or even it gets hot when it's not supposed to be. And terang banget. If nature is confused of the weather, apalagi aku bingung mau bikin konten atau enggak. Kejadian tersebut ternyata ada kaitannya dengan pemanasan global dan perubahan iklim atau climate change.
Sains mencatat, bumi kita sedang mengalami kenaikan suhu yang bisa dibilang parah. Dan mengerikannya, 6 suhu terpanas bumi yang pernah tercatat semuanya terjadi di dalam 1 dekade belakangan. Mungkin kalau nggak dihentikan, kita akan menuju ke tahun-tahun di mana bumi memiliki lebih banyak persoalan ketimbang harapan.
Badan Meteorologi Britania Raya memprediksi ada peluang bahwa pemanasan global meningkat di atas 1,5 derajat Celcius dalam 5 tahun ke depan, yang artinya hal ini nggak sesuai dengan kesepakatan pemimpin-pemimpin negara dunia dalam Paris Agreement. Now hear me out, walaupun 1,5 derajat Celcius itu kayak sedikit naiknya ya, tapi ternyata impactnya gede banget.
Organisasi Panel Antar Pemerintah tentang Perubahan Iklim alias IPCC mengungkapkan dampak yang dapat terjadi jika suhu bumi naik sebesar 1,5 derajat Celcius. Meski tidak terlihat banyak, kenaikan suhu bumi tersebut berpotensi mengakibatkan bencana alam di mana-mana. Berikut adalah 6 dampak kenaikan suhu bumi yang diprediksi akan melanda dunia menurut Panel Antar Pemerintah tentang Perubahan Iklim. Pertama, kenaikan suhu bumi dapat mengakibatkan gelombang panas. Suhu maksimal di beberapa daerah kian meningkat. Gelombang panas yang kerap terjadi setiap 10 tahun sekali, nantinya dapat menjadi 4 kali lebih sering terjadi apabila suhu bumi naik 1,5 derajat Celcius. Kemudian, kenaikan suhu bumi juga dapat menyebabkan badai. Peristiwa curah hujan ekstrim dibandingkan saat ini akan 1,3 kali lebih mungkin terjadi dan 7% lebih intens daripada sebelum adanya kenaikan suhu bumi. Selanjutnya, kenaikan suhu bumi juga berpotensi mengakibatkan kekeringan. Di daerah rawan kekeringan, musim kering akan 2 kali lebih mungkin terjadi ketika suhu bumi naik hingga 1,5 derajat Celcius. Lebih dari 200 juta orang akan menghadapi kekurangan air yang parah, hingga risiko bencana terkait kebakaran hutan akan meningkat. Apabila suhu bumi terus naik, lahan pertanian tidak akan lagi bisa ditanami. Akibat hal itu, hasil panen pun diprediksi akan menurun sehingga menyebabkan kekurangan pangan. Dampak kenaikan suhu bumi berikutnya yakni naiknya permukaan laut. Terakhir, kenaikan suhu bumi dapat memengaruhi kelangsungan hidup tumbuhan dan hewan di bumi. Ketika suhu bumi terus memanas hingga 4 derajat Celcius, dampaknya akan membahayakan setengah dari spesies di bumi.
Aku jadi ngerti sekarang kenapa Greta Thunberg sangat khawatir akan masa depan generasi kita dan selanjutnya. Sebenarnya Greta itu benar-benar memperjuangkan kelanjutan nasib kita di bumi ini. So why don't we all listen to her? How dare you're not listening to her, huh? How dare you? It's literally happening right now, and I'm kinda tired from hearing people that don't believe climate change. I'm looking at you, mermaid man. I'm deadly looking into your eyes, mermaid man. Dude, climate change is more real than your waifu. Okay, hear me out. Your waifu, it's not real. Go outside, touch some grass. I'm getting a little out of topic here, but kalian pernah nggak dengar joke Instagram atau TikTok yang isinya anak angkatan 2007 sampai 2009 bikin statement kayak begini? And I quote,
Anak kelahiran 2009 diam dulu, kami kelahiran 2007 sedang merasakan pahitnya hidup. Dan sopan dikit deh, kami 2009 lagi ngerasain pahitnya hidup.
Statement tersebut kemudian dibully. By the way, dibully loh. By people saying that they haven't experienced anything like finding jobs and so on and so on. That joke is kinda right and a bit wrong. Right, because yeah, people who were born in 2007 until 2009 haven't experienced finding a job or getting a job yet. Because, well, we're still young. Look at me. I'm young, right? And also life is still easy, I think. But on the other hand, the joke is kinda wrong because right now we kinda suffer from global warming and climate change. Like, oh, we don't know what will happen in the future with our future. Kita angkatan 2007 sampai 2009 boro-boro nyari kerja pas sudah waktunya nanti. Yang ada jangankan cari kerja, malahan sibuk ngurusin banjir, longsor, dan kelaparan. Dari semua keresahan ini, pasti kan kita pengen ada cara untuk stop climate change. And guess what? I figured it out. Yeah. I know how to stop climate change. I figured it out. Solusinya cuma satu. Only one. Solusinya cuma satu aja, yaitu SOS. Kalian pengen tahu apa itu SOS? Save ourselves. Yang artinya kalian kalau mau diet plastik, kalian mau nanam pohon, kayak kalian mau pindah ke planet Mars atau planet Bumi 838, silakan. Yang penting I'm safe and you safe. Diri kita selamat, pokoknya at least diri kita sendiri selamat. No, that sounds wrong. Well, in all seriousness, untuk memperlambat, heck, even stop climate change, it's not easy, and I can't do it alone, and so are you. So we have to do this together, not for our pride and ego, but for humanity and our future generation. Terus gimana caranya? So what I'm about to say won't really stop climate change unless we do it together. So here's how to do it.
We are living in the beginning of a mass extinction. Our climate is breaking down. Children like me are giving up their education to protests. But we can still fix this. You can still fix this. To survive, we need to stop burning fossil fuels. But this alone will not be enough. Lots of solutions are talked about. But what about a solution that is right in front of us? I'll let my friend George explain.
There is a magic machine that sucks carbon out of the air, costs very little, and builds itself. It's called a tree. A tree is an example of a natural climate solution. Mangroves, peat bogs, jungles, marshes, seabeds, kelp forests, swamps, coral reefs, they take carbon out of the air and lock it away. Nature is a tool we can use to repair our broken climate. These natural climate solutions could make a massive difference.
Pretty cool, right?
But only if we also leave fossil fuels in the ground.
Here's the crazy part. Right now, we are ignoring them. We spend 1,000 times more on global fossil fuel subsidies than on natural-based solutions.
Natural climate solutions get just 2% of all the money used on tackling climate breakdown.
This is your money. It is your taxes and your savings.
Even more crazy, right now when we need nature the most, we're destroying it faster than ever.
Up to 200 species are going extinct every single day.
Much of the Arctic ice is gone. Most of our wild animals have gone. Much of our soil has gone.
So what should we do?
What should you do?
It's simple. We need to protect, restore, and fund. Protect. Tropical forests are being cut down at the rate of 30 football pitches a minute.
Where nature is doing something vital, we must protect it.
Restore. Much of our planet has been damaged.
But nature can regenerate, and we can help ecosystems bounce back.
Fund.
We need to stop funding things that destroy nature and pay for things that help it.
It is that simple. Protect, restore, fund.
All around the world, there are amazing movements fighting for nature. Join them.
Everything counts. What you do counts.
Tanaman yang kita tanam di halaman rumah, sekecil apapun halamannya, sudah pasti berperan untuk menetralisir CO2 di udara, sekaligus menyegarkan dan menyehatkan udara di sekitar. Dan jika sebagian besar warga bumi melakukannya, akan memberikan manfaat yang besar untuk mereduksi CO2 di udara. Jadi ya, jangan ragu untuk mulai menanam. Kalian bebas untuk nanam apa aja, bisa bunga, buah, sayuran, dan sebagainya. Personally, aku udah nanam buah dan bunga, belum sayuran. Maybe next time. So plant like crazy as that like one dude from Plant vs Zombie. I forgot the name though. And that's basically it. I want to thank you guys so much for all the support for this series. I was surprised actually you guys like Remind. So thanks a lot for that. I'll see you next time when I don't get beat up by the climate.